Here you can see I updated a nice light fixture. My mom was priming the transition piece, and you can also see the shelves that my dad and Dan put up. Dan and Ash donated me a bed with drawers underneath, which is essential for storage in my tiny room. Hi, so back in August, I bought an 112-year-old house with significant help from my parents, and it needed to be renovated. So I recruited my mom, my dad, my brothers who are a plumber and an electrician, and an assortment of other people along the way to help with the renos. And in typical Gen Z fashion, I will vlog the renovation. So let's check it out. How's it going, Greg?
I pinched a nerve in my back.
Oh,
it hurts.
That's not good. And my dad had started doing the baseboards in the kitchen. Greg is okay. He did not die from the pinched nerve in his back. But he was hooking up the stove. Hi, Nate. It's cock-a-clock over here.
It's cock time. Featuring Lana. Oh, we're actually on.
And then in the bathroom, Nate and my mom were caulking the baseboards. So here I was painting the transition piece between the kitchen and the living room. Basically, when we ripped out the wall, there was obviously exposed wall behind it. So my dad just built this thing and with shelves on it to cover that and help transition from the old to the new. And then finally, it was time to peel off the brown paper that was all over the floor to protect it, because it was time to start cleaning my house, which was super exciting because that meant finally I could move in soon. So here me and my mom are mopping the walls and the floor and just moving stuff around in the room to make it livable finally. So this was a fun moment. And then my dad hung the closets so that I could still get into the drawers underneath the bed. Ooh! It's a floating shelf.
Oh, yeah.
So really maximizing closet space in this situation. And then I got to screw in all my fun knobs that I've collected from around the world and random places for that added cottage quirkiness. And then finally, I got to move in, and this is one of the only photos I have from the day. My brothers helped me load up all my stuff and move it in, and it was a really, really cold day, and turns out my furnace wasn't working, so I was unpacking with mittens on. Well, my brothers fixed the furnace, which luckily they did, so praise the Lord. And to deal with the ugly insides of the cupboards, Nate and I put wallpaper inside the cupboards, which just makes them look so cute and fun. Oh, this is not sponsored.
Just get caught in 4K.
And then back at it again, my dad was fixing some light switches, my mom was sanding the shelves. The grind never stops. Right, Greg?
That's right. Never ends.
And I had started tiling and finishing the kitchen backsplash with these lovely tiles from also Facebook Marketplace. They're cream, so they're very light and nice, but they also have like a cool design in each one of them, so that's kind of fun. My mom said they might be hard to clean because of that, but so far I've had no issues, so that's good. But I actually cut out too much of a nail hole in one of the tiles, and when I put the outlet cover on, it poked through. So I actually had to chip that tile out, which was a learning process, and that's always good and fun. And I managed to make it beautiful again. And then I painted the rest of the walls in the spare bedroom cream to go with the yellow wall, because I thought the blue was just not quite it.
Several months later.
So now for the moment you've all been waiting for. It is now July. I've been living here since February, but here's the big reveal. Thanks for joining me along on this fun adventure, and a huge thanks to everyone that helped, especially my dad. Like, basically, I feel like I didn't do a whole lot here. It was really all the people who actually know what they're doing here that really made this happen. So, huge thanks. And also, as a fun reveal, the total that I spent approximately on the renovations was about $9,000, because pretty much everything is from Facebook Marketplace. So